Cumbri's great hopes for the Youth Atlantic Cup are live here in the mixed under-15s competition. Undefeated in the pool stage, putting 11 on England in a fantastic win. And that set them up here in this semi-final well against Scotland, who survived the late scare against Ireland to beat them 9-8 yesterday afternoon. Wales breezed through their quarter-final against Portugal. And it's going to be a tough game for Scotland here against a very talented Welsh side, Anthony.
Yeah, absolutely. Welsh have been coming out gunning in this. Unfortunately, it's an early turnover for Scotland there, so we get a chance early to see this Welsh attack.
Well, in the pool stage, Wales scored 51 and conceded just 4. And since then, they added 19 against Portugal, conceding just 3. They are the best attacking side in the competition. And here is Alfie Southgate. Brown off the deck to his brother Mason. And Brown saunters home. And Wales have an opener.
Yeah, I think Scotland will be disappointed they didn't get away with their tap and get them further away down the pitch. I think it's going to be a game where Scotland need to go for territory and make Wales work hard for those attacks.
Scotland had a tough start on day one, but they put in a great performance against England, losing 10-5 before taking down the Cayman Islands and China. But they did lose to this Welsh side, 13-2. Different pools, but all sides played each other in the round robin. Looking for a better performance here. And it's Tom Trevor-Smith, put down by Criggy. At the moment, Scotland just have to use all 6 in order to really challenge this Welsh side as Mehdi Rogers wheels away. Well, after that defeat to the U18 mixed open team, the mixed side here will be looking for a better performance and a chance to take on the likes of France and later on in the tournament, as it's a second try for Wales, it's Tom Davis, and twice Wales have scored and twice they've made the difficult look rather mundane. It's a tough start for Scotland, and indeed it is the likes of Ireland and France who will be in that final live on Field 1 later on this afternoon. Off goes Scotland as England score against France over on Field 2. That's the other semi-final. Lovely step by Blair Dougal. Ball out wide is just beyond the outstretched arms of Sophie Glenn. Well, in the other semi-final, France put 17 past the Cayman, in the quarter-final, sorry, France put 17 past the Cayman Islands, and England knocks out Belgium. Means it is France or England in that final. Brown. Southgate, still going Southgate. 3 for Wales.
Oh, real slinky hips getting through the gaps there. Just weaving left and right, finding the gaps. Didn't really look like a huge gap, but he got himself through it.
There might have been an offside in there to Scotland as well, that allows Southgate to keep on going. Scotland just have to use all 6 here and threaten Wales for the first time. Good defence, touch made on Emmy Cribbin. But that game against Ireland yesterday was one of the games of the tournament, and it's a fantastic performance because Ireland really fancied it.
They did, and they are so disappointed because obviously it was 8-9. They still feel that that score in the corner was a score which would have taken it to drop off, and that's hard when you're under 15.
It's harsh lessons learned, as you were saying, and they'll be better touch players.
That would be nice to see a drop off though.
Oh indeed, I've not yet to see one on either pitches at this tournament. In fact, the last drop off I witnessed was in the World Cup final in the mixed open between New Zealand and Australia. What a show and go from Zach Nottingham. And in the end, he finds the pass. A classic blunder with my microphone being turned off for the first 3 minutes of this game. And my only solace is that yours was thankfully on, Anthea, because you're actually a professional. Thankfully, all I've missed is 4 Welsh tries back to back.
Hopefully your voice is loud enough that it has actually carried.
Regardless, it's been a dominant performance by Wales so far. Travis Smith looking to light things up for Scotland. McIntosh, good hands. All caught on the 7. McIntosh. Travis Smith. Oh, bit of footwork from Lola Raw, but wouldn't have helped out much there.
And notice. But they are getting another attack here. Lola was a strong player yesterday when we watched them play. Lovely link play she has. Great hands.
Travis Smith. Cribby. Travis Smith again. Cribby looking to draw out Touch Cymru. Travis Smith on the hard line. Oh! Scotland on the board. Whatever the opposite of the commentator's curse is, Anthea, it's struck here, and Lola Raw has Scotland's first, and maybe there is a game on here. It's 4-1.
I watched her yesterday. She hits great holes, and that was a perfect example of the play she can offer on the pitch.
Wales make their changes. It's William Hooper out there in the middle for Wales, but Scotland have been gifted possession back. And is this a changing of the guard here? A swing of momentum, maybe? Good carry by Daisy Fox. And Blair Dougal heads towards the box. Rory Gordon.
Oh, great
looking
yards.
to get on the outside of Rogers. And it's another error.
Yeah, hips not straight. Sometimes when you come on at that angle, it's difficult to just take that step and straighten. Particularly coming from Union background, I think some of the Union players struggle with that straightening more than others.
Wales take their second touch inside the Scottish 10-metre. Evan Charles. Good scoop from Nottingham, who fires his way through and picks out a pass. It's a fantastic moment for Wales, but not the score they're after. Great play. But Scotland keep them out.
Unlucky Scotland. Forward pass. Just off the ruck there, it was forward. Sometimes we look at these passes and they seem forward off the ruck. Sometimes the refs call them, but it is that slight grey area of what is forward off the ruck.
Nottingham goes for it again.
Yeah, getting a little bit of Limerick weather now.
Changes on a dime, it seems, and now it's getting a bit wet and windy here. It might help out the Welsh. Nottingham goes for it again, sliding in from a long way out. And this time, Zach Nottingham will not be denied from close range. Well, it feels like Scotland need to reply every time they're in this position in order to stay in the game. Good take from Orr, who was on the receiving end of a rather hard touch there. Trevor Smith. Cribby, good ball on the inside. It opens up for Scotland. Trevor Smith with a quick pickup. McIntosh just falls short of Cribby.
That was much better from Scotland. When they play with momentum, they really are a great team to watch.
But here come the high flyers, Wales. Mason Brown. Caught by Glenn. Good box from Wales. Good hands from Mehdi Rogers to keep the attack alive. Good pick up from Wales. Scooting through again. Nice footwork. And down goes Rogers. Top work from Hooper. Wales, 5 points in front now.
But Scotland still jogging out, taking the field with confidence.
You can see the mixed 18s watching on the touchline for Wales. This will cheer them up a bit. It's a fantastic performance by Touch Cymru so far. France, the defending champions in this under-15s mixed competition from the Youth Atlantic Cup 2 years ago. They currently battle with England on field one, who were the beaten finalists on that occasion. So we will see new finalists here.
We will, it'd be good. Hard touch going in on pitch one there. It was great.
A real battle on that field as Scotland are caught on the 7 and Wales have it back.
Ooh, off the shins there. Scotland could capitalise on this if they move fast. Wales aren't on the pitch.
Connor. Where's the touch of Mason Brown? Connor again. Frankie Connor runs it into Brown again, and Scotland failed to create that time. Here's Brown again, of the Callum variety. Mason Brown, good line speed by Noah Scarisbrick.
And again, second touch in a row. Good work rate from him.
Scarisbrick, whose older brother's part of that mixed 18 squad as well. Excellent pickup. Wales go scooting through. Good footwork off the right boot of Hooper, and he sets up another.
I think that's what we're seeing here with the Welsh team, is their wings and their link players running those support lines so well. They're fast, and they know exactly where they need to be when he scoops through.
There's a couple of live wires in the centre for Wales. The likes of Nottingham and Hooper, and the Brown brothers, Mason and Callum at the link.
But it's nice to see the girls with pace on the wings,
Absolutely.
keeping pace.
Got to be quick to keep up with players like that. Good drive from Scotland. Here's Gribben.
Hips
dear.
not straight again. Seen a lot of that in this tournament, hips not straight. I think it's one of the ones they need to get right at a young age. It's good to see the refs pulling it. But it always seems to spectators quite a harsh call.
But no let-offs, even at this under-15 level. Tom Davis gets on the outside. Davis racing towards the 10. Good touch from Rory Gordon. No, but Wales find themselves in a great position again here. Evan Charles. Tom Davis. Nottingham. Zach Nottingham again. Charles. Nottingham. Flies through himself. Searches for Davis. Skips him out. Nottingham still going. And it's Ruby Cole this time who cuts off her wing. Great work from the Welsh winger. But Nottingham, a hat-trick of assists.
Yeah, this is a very strong Welsh side here. Really nice to see that they're scoring on the wings, scoring the mids. Range of options for them.
Good composure from Nottingham and a great decision from Ruby Cole.
That's unfortunate on there. Scott's tapped off there. Just rolling the ball over a metre.
There's a lot of Scottish support on the hill around us here. And they haven't had too much to shout about, but they're still very much behind their team, who are on defensive duties again. Alfie Southgate. Walters. Good step from Brown, but a great touch from Kirby in the midfield. Southgate. Caught again by Craigie. Good turnover for Scotland.
Great diving touch from Craigie there.
Good shutout. What Scotland needed at this stage.
Really putting his body on the line.
Another 10 yards in Scotland's favour. It's a big game in the girls under 18 competition to come after this. France against South Africa. What a contest before the under 18 semi-finals. One of which will be on this field. Just a slight lack of concentration there. And here's Brown, with Mason Brown to collect from Callum Brown's offload. You can tell the Brown brothers apart because one of them has bleach blonde hair. It's been hastily dyed. And here's Mason Brown, good ball out wide. But Ruby Cole couldn't cling on under pressure from Scotland.
Yeah, it was good to see the Scottish winger there on her, forcing that error.
Well, had a lovely conversation with some of these under-15 parents last night, and we know there are lots of Scottish supporters tuning in, so delighted to have you with us here, live at the Youth Atlantic Cup in Limerick.
And again, that coming on at an angle, hips not square.
It's the same call again that's undone Scotland. Off goes Brown. Mason Brown.
Just nicely playing for time there, waiting for the subs to come on. Getting around on the outside.
Touch made on Sam Phillips. Gets it back again from Hooper. Phillips. Wettleton. Hooper. Oh, good hands.
And great touch there from the wing.
Great work from Glenn. Wettleton out there at 13. His older sister's part of this under-18 side for the Welsh Mixed Open. Nice show and go from Lachlan Craigie. And Tom Trevis-Smith had some pace onto the ball. Here's McIntosh. It's a nicer attack from Scotland. Looking to go back on the inside for Trevis-Smith. Lola Orr couldn't get down. And Wales will have it back again.
Scotland pushing hard in defence now. I think that's all they can do is try and box them in, not let them near the other end. Really working hard in defence. Bounce back up again.
Touch made from Craigie, but it's Charles who runs it in for Wales. Zach Nottingham again out there in the middle. So dangerous. Here he is, Nottingham. Oh, lovely offload. And a great line by Ailes Roberts.
And touch was made there by Craigie, I think. Just getting
A-L-Y-S Roberts. Alice Roberts. Indeed.
That's what I'd go for.
Why do you need an eye? It's very efficient from the Welsh, but a hard touch there.
Efficient from the Welsh is the word of the day. This is a very efficient touch game on their behalf.
Ruby Cole with a hard touch there, but wins it back for hard touch in the physical sense of the word, not legal definition, and wins it back. A groan came up from the Scottish bench, but I think Ruby Cole probably thinks...
strong touch.
Exactly. Ruby Cole thinks he probably should have been withstood by the Scottish. And Wales do have it back, and Nottingham's out there with just the wingers for company. But they're in no rush here, Wales.
Yeah, I think that's where Scotland need to pressure the defence a little bit more, take away some of those touches.
Brown, Nottingham, Brown again. Nice footwork, weaving his way on the inside, and it is a try. Blair Dougal just couldn't get there. And Mason Brown linking up with Nottingham, a change of middle partners for Wales, and it's borne fruit for them. Another try for Wales. Scotland did stem the flow for a moment, but Wales so consistent.
Yeah, Scotland are holding them for 4 touches really well, and then suddenly finding that is that last touch. Wales still have a killer instinct, can still make something out of what appears to be nothing.
Well, that's a shame for Scotland as well, unable to use the full set of 6 from halfway. That sort of set the tone for them at the start of the game when Wales turned it over. And since then, Wales have just had that edge. Charles, where's the touch? Nottingham. Miss pass to Charles, over the top it goes, what a crab! What a score that is from Wales. An unbelievable take from the winger, falling to her knees to keep hold, and then to propel herself forward again and touch it down. Yeah. Under pressure from McIntosh racing across. It's a remarkable score.
And good hands, that one-hand reach.
In this weather, not easy at all.
No, it's definitely a greasier ball today than it has been the last 2 days.
I think it was Amy George out there for Wales on the far side. He's now barking instructions to her Midland link. Nice ball for Tom Trevis-Smith, but good catch by Southgate. And unfortunately, another penalty against Scotland.
Yeah, off the mark again. And I think the problem is Wales are so strong, you don't want to give them any extra chances.
Brown to Brown again. Southgate. Callum Brown. Mason Brown. Easily work their way into this area. And here's Walters. Touch from Trevor Smith. But offside is the call. So Sophia Walters goes over this time. And these links are having a field day for Wales. Try right on the buzzer as well from Sophia Walters. So Scotland will have half-time to recuperate as they try and turn around this one-sided first half. Wales have been outstanding, as we expected, from the top scorers and the best defence in the competition. Just 4 conceded in the round-robin stage and then 3 in a 19-3 win in the quarters. That's an outstanding record, and they're hunting for this under-15s championship. We will have new finalists as the last year's final plays out on field 1. 20 minutes to go in this game. Wales are in the driver's seat in the second game of the day on the final day of the Atlantic Youth Touch Cup 2025 here at the University of Limerick. Back for the second half here. Wales in control in this under-15 semi-final. They'll have the first tap as well. After their under-18s were knocked out by England, or were beaten, sorry, by England in the last stage of the round robin, they've now got them again at 11 this morning. But things are going a lot better for the under-15s here, who are away out in front against Scotland, just as they were when these two sides met in the pool stage. It was 13-2 on that occasion. Wales on track to beat that scoreline here, the tournament's top scorers. Off goes William Hooper. And it's Mehdi Rogers who takes it on here. Phillips and Whittleton. Good pickup from Phillips, and Whittleton's over. And what a start for Wales.
Yeah, that check back pass there was excellent. The defence all screaming to cover the sweep and then just checking it back.
Well, Whittleton, part of the Welsh family, who representing on two fronts. Sisters in the under-18s. And over on field one, France are up 4-0 after an English try was chalked off early. So that could well be the final here, Wales against France. And goodness, it may well be one of the only finals that doesn't include England, but it will be a fantastic game.
Well, I mean, the Welsh team here are just looking so strong.
I was lucky to take in France a few times yesterday, and they are a really strong team.
I mean, they're strong on the front all across the levels, even at seniors. Coming up against the French is always a challenge.
Wales with some strong carries, but that's a loose ball, and you can't look a gift horse in the mouth here. You don't get handed possession back by this Welsh side very often. Glenn, first touch on halfway, good line speed from Wales. Oh, nice footwork, but Gordon's still caught by the brothers Brown, who both fly up for Wales. Well, that's loose. I think...
and again, hip's not straight.
Erasmus was after a hard touch call, but he didn't get it. Well, as soon as Erasmus left the field following that play, though, immediately received some great instructions from his coach, and I think that's what this tournament is all about. We can't forget, at under 15 level, it's all about development. And Erasmus is still being taught his lesson by his coaching staff as Scotland win it back here on the 10.
Yeah, and Wales' defence are all set, ready. One of the things we've noticed is how quickly they get back on side, ready to go, which makes attacking them very difficult. They're coming from deep. Their shooters are coming up hard and making it difficult.
Little stutter step from Erasmus back into play here. Connor. Sylvan Erasmus. Well, unfortunately, turnover there as Frankie Connor looks to get moving. Callum Brown. Still going Brown, slipping the net and scoring for Wales.
And again, those tiny gaps that he just seems to get through.
Heads up touch, he's always aware about the odd offside call, or if there's no touch at all, he's happy to drive on till told otherwise.
And sometimes just that slight change of pace can throw out the toucher, so they swipe early and then you're through.
I'm already getting excited for this final, where France will take on Wales as things stand.
As things stand, England have just scored over there, though, I think, so.
McIntosh, lovely run.
Great
but a brave
touch.
diving touch from Wales. Renwick. Gordon, lovely delay on the pass. Flung over the top. McIntosh looks to release, but he's caught by Amy George.
Great pattern, though, there from Scotland. They set up that 32, and it just looked a not really nice option. Unfortunately, the ball didn't quite go the way they wanted out of the hand.
Renwick was a big part of that thrilling quarter-final victory. So good to see him onto the field here. What a step off the right boot. from Benjamin Wettleton. Phillips. Hooper. Wettleton again. Beyond the 10 metre for Wales. Oh, beautiful hands. Casual from Wales.
And that's Wales scoring on third touch there.
Sam Phillips with a lovely ball to pick out William Hooper. So Hooper and Nottingham both on a hat-trick of try involvements.
And Scotland now just need to hold it for 6, get some territory, and hope for a penalty on the line. That's the commentator's curse.
It hasn't gone Scotland's way in this semi-final. When it rains, it pours. Hopefully not for much longer here at the University of Limerick, mind.
Yeah, nice if it held off a bit.
Looking pretty ominously grey, as Ireland tends to do most of the year.
I think it's a bit judgmental.
Sunshine was out half an hour ago. Good run from Wales. Nice ball. Oh. And Tom Davis fades away.
Just getting out of the reach of the Scottish defender there. Full reach on ground she was, but just not quite there.
Alice Roberts with a good ball. Over on field 1, things are just getting interesting here. France are having an on-pitch emergency meeting after conceding 2 on the bounce to England. But don't go anywhere, because there's great touch here to be played by Wales ahead of that final, which they have most certainly secured their place in now. But I think it was a great tournament for Scotland. They started against England, which is never easy, losing 10-5, turned it around against the Cayman Islands in a thrilling game, and then after finishing 3rd in the group, beat the hosts Ireland, who were very confident of making that semi-final. It's been a good tournament for them, even if it may end at this stage. Brown makes plenty of yards. Southgate, Mason Brown, Rogers. Brown has Southgate to the short side, but back inside it goes. And in fact, it's Sophia Walters there with a great run, flung over the top in search of Ruby Cole. Scotland shut out Wales this time.
Yeah, and they'll be pleased with that. Every time they stop them scoring, they get another chance to get the territory. Territory means that they can get another chance to score. Probably praying for pride now, but nice to see them still going at it with confidence. Managed to get fresh legs on then just before the ball was fumbled.
Brown sells the dummy, caught by Rory Gordon. Off the deck from Walters for Callum Brown. Mason Brown, Walters. Brown again. Bit of interplay between the brothers. Walters looks to go for the long ball, but Scotland defending in numbers, but Sophia Walters wins a penalty for Wales. Oh, nice step back on the outside. Alfie Southgate on the board.
Getting slightly distracted here, sorry, looking at over at field 1 where contest between England and France is really heating up.
Well, you could have commentated that one if you wanted to, Anthea. We're here learning all we can about Wales before that final. Also, we're learning a bit about the character of Scotland here, who are still driving on through Lola Orr.
She's had a great game, Lola. Even a defensive game, yeah.
One to watch for the future as the rain picks up a touch here.
And sometimes you see players in different light in a defensive game, and I think, you know, defence is a real part of touch. You can't actually win games unless you can defend them. And Scotland are doing an excellent job here now of trying to keep the Welsh out a little bit. Again, errors creeping in. Scotland got the ball again. Just need to get through their 6 now.
Travis Smith. Criggy. Turnover. You've done them in again, Anthea.
I have.
Here's Charles.
Oh, that was a fumble, surely. Yes.
The touch gods always even things out, and they think you're being harsh on Scotland. So, handed it back to them here. Criggy off the deck. Criggy heads to the box. But Scotland burned 2 touches before halfway. It's strong from Wales that they're not turning off at all here, despite the lead. They're still flying up in defence.
But that little bit of rain there, I think, has made the ball really quite difficult to catch. There's a little bit of a bar of soap out there. There's been a few fumbles in the last couple of minutes from both sides.
Davis. Zach Nottingham. An apt name for a touch player, given the centre of touch in the UK. Nottingham again. Sliding in. Ball on the inside from Alice Roberts.
Touch made there, and they go again.
Nottingham. Charles. Roberts. Nottingham. Alice Roberts goes for it again. But good shutout from Scotland for now. Oh, well, after some consultation, Alice Roberts is given her 2nd try. I'm not sure it'll have too much impact on the grand scheme of things, but good to know the referees are labouring over every call to ensure accuracy there.
And it's good to see the referees. That's why we have 3 referees here, 3 pairs of eyes, to try and make sure you get the right decision. Oh, and again, just bubbled on the floor there. I think it's a ball I wouldn't want to be catching today.
Southgate. Brown. Great charge. Oh, just a foot in there for Wales. So Scotland have it back. Edward Renwick. Sutherland drives forward to the 10. Gordon. Criggy. Sylvan Erasmus. Tom Travis Smith. Criggy, good pick-up. Southgate offside. Travis Smith. To the open side goes Scotland. Sylvan Erasmus. Good ball on the inside, Travis Smith. Criggy, what hands! Lola Orr beyond the 7. What a take from Criggy. Tom Travis Smith. Lola Orr. And in the end, they just pen Wales deep into this corner. Long way from home.
That was fantastic from Scotland, though. The hands there, the creativity, side to side.
They've had a few moments where their shape has really lined up, and they've earned themselves the ball back again. Good work from Lachlan Criggy. Tom Travis Smith. Criggy. I'm not sure the score matters at all here for Scotland. A try would mean the world for them and their supporters.
Another call of hit was not straight, but we are trying to run around the outside there. Oh, and another fumble. I really think the ball is becoming a bit of an issue here.
The deck was already pretty greasy when we started at 8 a.m.
Someone needs to dry the ball. Stick up the jumper.
Wales do have it back after a potential turnover. Here's William Hooper. Phillips. Off the deck from Wettleton. Hooper lifts it over the top. And in these conditions, that's always hard.
Welsh back in attack again.
I don't want it to be a huge pain, but we just had that game that was so one-sided. It's Belgium, Ireland.
And going for the attack.
Yeah, it's
Oh, and that's a fantastic diving score then. Lovely to see a girl in the mids playing so strongly. Really nice play there from Wales on the line. And Scotland just looking a little defeated now as they come out. Always tricky when you're losing like this, but you need to come out strong, aim for territory.
Thanks.
And I'd love to see a Scotland score just for the fans here on Heckle Hill.
So Scotland do have it back. And round this short side comes McIntosh, but unfortunately another turnover there. So Wales back with it, still running hard here. I think they know this is their last bit of action before that final. They've got to play with everything they've got. They're fighting for a place in the team as well, of course. The cruelty of this competition is you've got to leave someone out.
Yeah, 16 players in your squad, but 14 in the box, ready to play.
Good line speed from Wettleton. Oh, flying in to make the touch. I think that's just a slip in the turf there from Southgate. It's pretty clear he's just trying to put the handbrake on there. Southgate slipped in the turf.
Yeah, clear for us up here, maybe not so clear when you're on the pitch involved in it.
Off goes Sylvan Erasmus, and it's Southgate again up to make the touch.
And nice square hips there that time, that's great.
Renwick, though, loses out. Here's Mason Brown laying it back. Southgate gets away from Gordon, steps off the boot away from Erasmus. What a run this is by Southgate. Good work from Sylvan Erasmus to get back and make the touch. Mason Brown. Oh dear.
Oh, another hip's not straight for the Welsh there. That's unusual from them.
Rare error from Wales. Scotland with a shutout. Back we come. Wales will have it.
And that's
Southgate. Good line from Brown. No dive required. It's Mason Brown who scores. And it's another score for Wales. And Scotland this time enter the fray a little more gingerly. But you learn the most from games like this.
You do, and I think that's what international touch teaches you. When you're playing at home, you are, the best you are in Scotland, and that is fantastic. But until you take on other countries, you don't get those challenges.
Look ahead for a big game at 10 a.m. when South Africa take on France in the girls under 18s. It was an unbelievable game on Friday, the best of the day. 5-5 it ended on that occasion. So really excited to see those two sides back in action here on field 2. Right. We'll be our next game to kick off at 10, and then at 11, under 18 semi-finals in the mixed open. And then from 12, nothing but gold medal matches over on field 1. I'll be shifting over and moving inside, which I can't say I'm devastated about.
So it's nice to have the view from up here. I like seeing all the games from up here.
Exactly true, yes.
Can't see them in the box. And again, Wales making great yards. Not necessarily at pace, but just steady.
Roberts. Nottingham. Brown. Nottingham shimmies towards the open side, just beyond. Evan Charles for Wales.
Yeah, I reckon Lola Orr was under that anyway. I'd back her all day to make that touch.
Seconds remain. And it's a victory for Wales. And now we're through to the under-15 mixed open final to take on either England or France. The repeat of last time's final, 2 years ago now. Currently in action on field 1. And Scotland, who knocked out the hosts Ireland on their way through the quarter-finals as the lower seeded side in that game, in a famous moment for them, have fallen here at the penultimate hurdle. Well, England have just scored against France over on field 2, and that game is getting very tight. Could be our first drop-off on either pitch.
Yeah, there was a comment on the event staff WhatsApp saying there won't be a drop-off on pitch 1 after the first half. I think they might have called that a bit early.
Well, there goes the buzzer. And it's a win for Wales here on field 2. France have just clung on as well to make it through to the final. So Wales will be taking on France in the final that this under-15s mixed category deserved. The two best teams in the competition have made it to the final stage. There is a drop-off elsewhere, which is good to hear.
Yeah, I think... I can't see which pitch it's on, I'm looking.
But the action will continue regardless. A bit of space now before our next game, an under-18s women's game between South Africa and France. 5-5 the last time they met, not one to miss. That's the next game live here on the final day of the Youth Atlantic Cup 2025.